Animal Sunday, where we do our live weekly spirit animal messages and tarot readings for all 12 of our zodiac signs. I hope you guys are doing great tonight. Thank you so much for being here. It is always wonderful to have you at the channel. If you are brand new out there, please do hit that subscribe button, join the Dragon family, so you'll be sure not to miss any of my future live streams or uploads. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, those links and information can be found down below in the description box. And of course, if there's a question that you want to ask that is not answered in this video, you can drop a comment down below as well. So guys, these are always a big fun time. We're just going to jump right on in, I think. I'm going to go ahead and just clear our space a little bit with some holy water. I'm going to burn a little bit of sweetgrass just to get the space cleared for us. But we're just going to go ahead and get into this. If any of my folks from Nasty Women Tarot are joining us tonight, thanks so much. We had a great stream with them last night, and a bunch of them joined the channel as well. So I'm really grateful for that too. I will open up the chat as well, you know, afterwards, after I do the general readings, to personal questions, and those are a $10 minimum donation. Donations are always appreciated, but never expected for my general readings, of course. But if you want to ask a personal question, it does come with a $10 minimum donation. You can make that either through the YouTube Super Chat option or through my PayPal link. Again, that is down below in the description box. And if you do it through PayPal, please let me or one of my moderators know that you have done that so that we can put you on the list right away. All right, guys, so with all that said and done, hey there, Gwen, good to see you. I think you're the only one here so far. Yeah, I got this from my bird person, Leslie the bird nerd. It's a crow, and she loves crows, and she often talks about how crows aren't given enough love and respect. But it says cute as a button and worthy of lovin'. She made a whole like poem about crows. And that was one of the parts of the poem, was I'm cute as a button and worthy of lovin'. And I love crows. I've always loved them quite a bit. And so yeah, so I bought this t-shirt from her. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on in. Yes. So David is here too. Good to see you, babe. Let's go ahead and just jump on in because I want to get these done. I've got a lot of work to do tonight. And I've got to get through these as quickly as possible. Yeah, murder of crows. Yep. That's right. That's right. They're magic. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been getting a lot done. But I've also been making sure to get plenty of sleep too. That's important. Gotta have the balance. Got to have the balance, guys. Especially as Capricorns lately, we've really needed to rest a lot. Tired from working outside. Yeah. Yeah. So tonight I'm going to be using the Archangel Animal Oracle deck. That is by Diana Cooper. She's one of my faves. I love her so much. I'm going to be as always, I'm going to be using the Arc Animal Tarot, which is a favorite. I use it pretty much every week. And I'm also going to be using the Jody Bergsma Spirit of the Animals Oracle for the affirmation for the guys and the folks that want to know what cards that I am using tonight. I've had a really interesting week with possums. I don't know what is going on there. I had a really deep dream about a possum and a skunk. And we know about the skunk. The skunk is all about, like, you know, protecting your reputation, protecting your personal boundaries. And, you know, possums, you know, they know how to, like, they know how to get out of sticky situations. They know how to play dead. Bonk. So I had a dream about them, and then of course a few nights ago when I was walking, yes, I saw a possum in a tree. It was the strangest thing. Hey there, Nancy. I was walking along, and I always walk at night because I'm a night person, and I thought there was like a cat or a fox running around, and it kind of got out of my way, and I was like, what is that? And it didn't look like anything, that and I couldn't tell because it was dark, of course. So I took my flashlight and I was like looking up in the tree, and that possum was climbing the tree. I mean, he was high up in there, and I was like, I had no idea they could climb that high. I had no idea they were able to climb trees that high. I know they can climb up in things because I sometimes see them climb up in bushes and stuff, but I never saw one get that high up in a tree. So apparently they're pretty dexterous. Similar to raccoons, they have little hands. They can really do a thing, but they are very unique because they are the only marsupial in the US. So they're truly not quite like anything else. I think they're hilarious. To me, they're just funny, cute. They're like ugly cute. My mom was not a fan of possums for a long time, and I said, Mom, possums are really awesome. Awesome possum, yeah. They cannot get rabies. They're not capable of becoming rabid, which is really interesting about possums. Something about their makeup, something about the way that they are, something about their biology, they just cannot contract rabies. So you never have to worry about a possum being rabid. And the other wonderful thing that they do is they eat a lot of bugs that we don't like ticks. They will scour the grass for ticks. And it's funny because I've always noticed we don't have a real tick problem in my yard. And other people talk about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's because the possums are in my yard all the time. They like to come and eat my compost. I put compost out, and they will sometimes come and munch on it and hang out in the yard. And I'm like, you know what? They're eating up the ticks. They're great. They're fabulous. Yeah, they're very, very shy. They're very shy. Like when I see them, like through the window outside, like I want to go out and talk to them, but they just run off, Yeah. Yeah, but possums are actually quite wonderful. If you have them in your yard, don't chase them off. Let them hang out. They'll eat the ticks. They'll eat a lot of the nasty bugs, and they'll clean up your yard for you, which is wonderful. So that's my possum story. I did hear one of my barred owls hooting in a tree earlier today too. They were really talking. It was really funny. I always love to hear them hoot. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with Aries for tonight. Let's see what we have for our rams and sheep out there. These are going to be your spirit animal messages for the week ahead, Aries. So let's see what's coming through. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you have for our beautiful Aries folks. Anything that they need to know for their highest and best good. And let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week. Oh, very nice. Now this aligns really perfectly with you, Aries, because you are the sheep, you are the ram. Oh my goodness, there you are. Act with fortitude and cooperation. So I would say this is a week of balancing both those sides of yourself, because the ram, the Aries ram, is seen as very, aggressive, assertive, courageous, headstrong, spontaneous. But the other side of you is that more gentle, relaxed, easygoing, pastoral sheep. So balance those two sides of yourself. Balance that energy. I think the divine masculine and feminine are coming together, and it says to act with both fortitude, which is definitely Aries, and cooperation, which is that softer, gentler side of your personality. But I feel like you're stepping up very strongly in a very positive, balanced way, because you're getting your own spirit animal coming through as an assistant for you this week, and it's really reminding you to balance both sides of yourself. So let's get into the tarot for you, the animal tarot. I'm gonna sit back tonight, guys, if that's okay with y'all. It's hard for me to lean forward. My back is kind of hurting from sitting. So yeah, let's see what we have here. Wow. Some real strong energy for you this week, Aries. My goodness, y'all. Let me pull my chair forward. There we go. That's a little better. So we're starting out with the Snake Spirit, the Tower card. This is one of your power cards that is in the tarot because it's ruled by your ruling planet, Mars. So I would say, you know, Aries, this is a week of, you know, foundational change, restructuring. There could be some surprises, you know, not all of them are going to be bad, right? A lot of people tend to associate difficult or negative things with the Tower, but usually, you know, it's something that needed to be changed or something that needed to come into your life very quickly and suddenly. Also, I would say the Tower is very neutral, you know. Maybe your car broke down. That's a negative surprise. Maybe you won the lottery. That's a positive surprise, right? It can be those unexpected events. Right in the center, Aries, the Scorpion, the Nine of Wands. So I feel that you have really got something that you're fighting for or have been fighting for, something that you feel very strongly about that you want to protect. You know, maybe some things in your life are shaking and moving, just like with this Tower, but there's certain things that you really want to protect. This is that very strong warrior spirit. And you know, Aries, you and Scorpio have a connection. You do. Because you guys used to both be ruled by Mars until the discovery of Scorpio's official ruling luminary, which is Pluto. So both of you do have a connection. And I would say it's something to do with a romantic connection for a lot of you, or an emotional connection, because we've got this Page of Cups, our little snappy alligator spirit there. And so I would say that, you know, this is something where maybe one or both of you have been defensive about something and the Tower is falling and you're lowering your guard because somebody has something really sweet or kind or, you know, apologetic to say to you. That could be a really, really interesting way that that could play out over this week as well. On the bottom, another reason this lends to that feeling is the Otter Spirit, the Six of Cups. You know, this is reunions, reminiscing, the inner child. It's a very nostalgic card. And so to me, yeah, one of the best ways that this energy could play out this week is it maybe you and someone that you care about very much have been at a bit of an impasse. And that Tower, you know, breaks both of you kind of down, but in a good way because it breaks you open so that you can be apologetic, you can be forgiving, you can be open to each other, because that Nine of Wands can also be a defensiveness, right? So it's time to lower the defensiveness. This could be reconciliation or healing something with someone that you care about this week. Let's get an affirmation for Aries. And look at this, see? The balance is here. The balance is here this week, Aries, you know, between gentleness and assertiveness. We have the cougar spirit. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So use a balance this week, Aries, of gentleness, but also of courage and strength to get what you need, right? Because, you know, that's the best balance. That is the best balance. We get where we need to go better when we're not so rough about it, right? We have the desire and the passion, but we present it with more gentleness and diplomacy. All right, so let's get into Taurus next. Let's see what our Taurus folks have going on for this week ahead. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Taurus folks. Let's see what messages are coming through for their highest good. And please send us one spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week, please. That's a very nice energy, actually, for Taurus, the bear spirit. That's very grounded. It's very Mother Earth energy. Use your power with wisdom. Oh my goodness. So Taurus, absolutely. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of fortitude, stamina, and strength. Use it wisely. Use it wisely this week. You know, to me, that bear spirit, again, it's very, very strongly guided. It's grounded. It's that Mother Earth energy. It uses its power. It uses its power so much. Oh my goodness. Let's get into some cards from the tarot, the animal tarot for you, Taurus. Let's see how this energy plays out for you this week. Yes, there's a lot of movement this week. You might be traveling. You might be doing some traveling or planning some traveling. So first card out for you, Taurus, this week is the Horse Spirit, the Chariot card, Cancer energy. So to me, this is moving forward with victory, with strength, with balance, positivity, really having a greater handle on those deep subconscious emotions and how best to use them to direct yourself. It's a really nice feeling of achievement and being able to move forward with what you've learned. Right in the center, we've got the Mouse Spirit, the Three of Pentacles. So this is cooperation. It's building something with a community or friends or a support system. You can sometimes be very stubborn about letting people help you, Taurus. This is really telling you, don't be afraid to let people in. Don't be afraid to let them help you. You're going to succeed if you do. Look at what we've got coming out here for the third card is the Bee Spirit, Wheel of Fortune. That is the same as, as the Wheel of Fortune. I just said that. Sorry about that. And this is a Jupiter ruled card. Your sign is one of the signs that's powerfully represented by the Wheel of Fortune. All the fixed signs are in this card. So you could also be working with a fellow Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio this week. Cancer is a very strong sign on this reading as well. But I would say don't be afraid to let people in to help you. It's going to take you to the next level. And honestly, you might be doing some moving. It might lead to a journey or travel or even opening something up like a new home or a new job. On the bottom, we have the Jellyfish Spirit, Queen of Cups. So honor your personal boundaries and the boundaries of others this week, Taurus. If someone tells you no or they draw that line in the sand, don't cross it. Don't do it, you know, and vice versa. Don't put up with people that cross over your boundaries. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. Yeah, the White Stag, the Protector, very strong Celtic spirit with this card. It's one of the oldest. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You're meant to create blessings with your magic. Yeah, going to the next level. I feel that with the Chariot card, and I feel that with the Wheel of Fortune card, right? And because of that Mother Earth bear, yeah, that message of spending time in nature is coming up very strongly right now. It's a beautiful time of year, no matter what hemisphere you're on right now. You know, for some of us, we're getting autumn. Some of us, we're getting spring. And it's a beautiful time to get outside and align with nature more deeply. Highly recommended this week. All right. Let's get into Gemini next. I hope all my Geminis are doing wonderful out there. These are your weekly spirit animal messages in the Oracle and the Tarot. So let's go ahead and see what you've got. We're going to start with one main spirit animal that will be helping you out the most. Dear spirit animal messengers, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Geminis. Anything that you want to share with them for their highest and best, please. Nice. I love it. The Raven. I'm wearing my crow shirt today. So Gemini, the Raven spirit is helping you this week. Prepare for change. I would also say prepare for magic and manifestation and creation. The Raven is very aligned with all of those things. And the funny thing is, in my animal tarot deck that I use, the Magician card has the Raven on it. And the Magician is your energy, your power. So Gemini, I have felt around you quite a bit. Like the last couple reads I've done for you on these lives, whew, I'm feeling like big manifestations coming through, and you really standing up for yourself and for your truth, like in a way you've never done before. So any of my Geminis that are resonating with that message, whew, you're feeling it. This is really good for you guys. Let's get into, I'm getting a little tingle from that. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling this, Gemini. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get some animal tarot for you. Let's see what's coming up for Gemini, please. Wow. See, I just feel this huge energy of overcoming. There's just something you guys are surmounting that's so powerful. The Manatee Spirit, the Five of Cups is coming up first. So this is loss. It's grieving. It's mourning some kind of disappointment or something that didn't go quite right. But it's also, you know, those hidden solutions and better times ahead. So it's like you've lost something. Something has changed. And it might not have made you feel so good, right? You might still be kind of grieving and mourning it this week. But at the same time, you know, you've gained something so good in the process that it's not all lost. There is this major transformation going on. The Death card, the Scorpio moth, the same as Scorpio energy. So it's huge transformations going on, surmounting some big transitions. It's destruction, but it's renewal. And like I said, the Raven is, you know, the creator spirit, right? So it's like destruction and then creation of something brand new. And even in the artwork of this card, it feels like the phoenix, you know, rising from the ashes in that picture. So this is strong. I am getting goosebumps from this reading, Gemini. Polar bear spirit is our third card out here, and it's the star. So look at how beautiful that is. I mean, you are surmounting something huge because the star card is those better times ahead. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. It's that success, hope, faith, your dreams returning to you, freedom from all these old energies. It's Aquarius, you know, so I feel like you're going to be liberated. I feel like you're going to be transformed and freed from anything that's been difficult. On the bottom, we've got the white buffalo spirit, the Ace of Pentacles. So something very tangible, something very manifest, like that you can hold and touch, is coming into your life to really bless you in a great way. So don't mourn any feelings of either lost opportunities, lost certain relationships or connections this week, Gemini. Whatever was meant to go is meant to go, and something so much better is emerging, or the good things that were already in your life just keep improving. So let's get an affirmation on this awesome reading here. Yes, the giraffe, the visionary. See the big picture. Don't get caught up in the little bitty here and now. See what's coming down for the long term. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Ooh, Gemini, happy for you. That's a great read. All right. Let's go ahead and shift on up into Cancer. Let's see what we've got for you coming in, Cancer. This is your weekly spirit animal messages through the Oracle and the Tarot. So I hope you guys are doing wonderful this week. We're going to go ahead and start out with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping you out the most. Dear spirit animal guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Cancers. Anything that they need to know for their highest and best for this week ahead, please. We have got the Kingfisher. Oh, be patient and focused this week. Cancer, there may be something you've been very focused on attaining, some level you've been waiting to go to, some achievement that you really want to cut to. This is time to really focus on it. Wait till the right moment to jump. Wait till the right moment to move, because timing is everything this week. With that spirit animal coming through for you. You know, that Kingfisher is sitting there. He's waiting for the fish to come by. If he jumps too quickly, he'll miss it. But he's waiting till he gets to just that right spot so he can get that fish for his dinner. And that's the way you may be feeling this week, Cancer. Let's get into your animal tarot. Please, Spirit, what do we have for Cancer this week? Nice. Another very powerful reading here coming through. I can tell already. So Cancer, Ace of Cups, you are really patient and focused on the right timing to follow your heart, follow your dreams, follow your spiritual alignment. And Spirit is really helping you here, because their aces are always the hand of Spirit reaching through and granting us something. And when it's an Ace of Cups, it is greater spiritual and emotional fulfillment. Very beautifully and divinely led. I feel like you are making some kind of strategy. Like you're sitting there going, you know what? I got a plan. I gotta strategize. I want to, have a really clear idea of where I'm going for the future. King of Swords, Condor Spirit. This is Aquarius energy, so it's very much about planning for the future. And that may be part of what you're doing with that patient Kingfisher energy, right? Really waiting for that. There's a huge energy of Aquarius on this reading this week. So you may have an Aquarius in your life. You may also have a fellow water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But I feel like there's a lot of liberation, and you may be working with an Aquarius because this is all about freedom, going to the next level. The Star card is one of the most powerful and most positive cards in the tarot. It is the polar bear in this particular deck. And so to me, this is the restoration of your hopes, your wishes, just a brighter attitude, optimism being restored to you. And again, it is being freed from something that's held you back for a long time. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Squirrel Spirit, the Ace of Wands. So you've got two aces this week. And this is, to me, the wands are fire. So this is the hand of Spirit granting you the beginnings of a passionate new life, something that's going to restore vitality, happiness, and enthusiasm back into your world. But the timing is important, and you know that. It's like, wait till the timing is just right here, Cancer, because this is a great week ahead for big new movement, big things that will play out in the future, because that Aquarius energy is all about the future vision. Let's get an affirmation for you. Ladybug, good luck. Look at that. Yes. I would say this is just a really golden week for you, Cancer. It really is. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. So I would say, yes, wait for the right time. Be very much rooted in the here and now. Gain most of your joy from just being very firmly rooted in the present, and enjoy this week. I think it's going to be great. Oh, my goodness. All right. Okay, Leo, let's see what we have for our beautiful lions and lionesses out there. These are going to be your weekly spirit animal messages for this week ahead. This is going to come from both the Oracle and Tarot. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Leos this week, whatever they need to know for their highest good. And please let's start out with one main spirit animal messenger that's going to be helping them the most. Aww, I love it. This is adorable. The pig spirit is coming through, Leo. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Yes. And Leo, you're all about that. You're about confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, healthy self-pride, right? And Leo, you know, you're often accused of being egotistical and having maybe a little bit too much pride sometimes, but this is really saying tap into, like I said, to healthy self-worth and pride, not into negative ego. Just know that you are worth everything, that you are worth your weight in gold, and that you have a warm, beautiful, glowing heart to share with the world. Very, very nice. I love the pig energy. You know, the pig, year of the pig in Chinese lunar astrology is aligned with Scorpio energy. So it's actually very deep. It's very emotionally and psychologically healing. It's a very generous kind of sign. So let's get into your animal tarot for the week ahead, Leo. Let's see what this is playing out like in your week ahead. I feel like if you've been feeling down on yourself at all, this is a week to really restore that again. Restore your confidence. Yes, yeah. You may be feeling a little bit of a sense of lonesomeness too this week. The whale spirit coming out, the judgment card. This is definitely, again, it's interesting, we talked about the Scorpio connection to the lunar Chinese pig energy, because the judgment card is ruled by Pluto that rules Scorpio. So to me, it is a higher vibration of the death card. It is that, you know, resurrection, rising above, new life. A new life being called out. This is the angels literally blowing their horns and waking you up and saying, Leo, it's time to get up. There's time to live more life. So rising up with clarity, mercy, and awakening. So you may be feeling renewed this week. And I also feel what taps into this. Look at this. We've got another very powerful card, the Tower card, or Snake Spirit. And so this to me is really getting a new foundation in your life. That's really what this card is deeply about. It can be sudden transforming events. It can be things moving forward very quickly. The reason they associate the snake card, you know, spirit with this card is because the snake sheds the skin. It renews itself. So I do feel like this is a week of rebirth, renewal, making sure that the foundations in your life are strong and can last the test of time. The Five of Pentacles is in here too. So I do feel, you know, Leo, you may really be dealing with maybe, you know, coping with some feelings of rejection. Maybe somebody hasn't been the nicest to you recently, or maybe they've kind of cut you out or shut you out, and you're feeling, you know, really sensitive about it. Because Leos have a big heart, and a lot of people just think, oh, they're so tough, they're so strong, they're so bright and bold, nothing could ever hurt them. But they don't realize Leo has one of the biggest hearts in the zodiac, and they get hurt really easily. So you might be really kind of, you know, licking those wounds and healing yourself. It's a little bit of the dark night of the soul. The biggest important thing about that Five of Pentacles is that you don't want to stay stuck in that energy, because sometimes it can just be a fear of scarcity or a fear of being cut off from source or from someone you love, when the reality is you could make the choice to get up, go around the other side of the building, don't keep knocking on a locked door, go to the door that's open, get in where it's warm. On the bottom, we do have the Octopus Spirit, our King of Cups. And so I do feel, Leo, a big part of what you're doing this week is making better decisions for your emotional life and health, right? If you have toxic people, difficult, you know, personalities around you that always seem to tear you down or make you feel a little worse after you've talked to them, that's really a time to just say, you know what? I'm just going to calmly remove myself from that situation, and I'm going to go talk to people that lift me up. Let's get into an affirmation for you this week. The Peacock, vibrancy, yes. And Leo, I feel a lot of your energy here, because this is a vibrant, colorful, you know, beautiful creature just like you. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousies. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. And that's really what this speaks to. It's like, you know, be self-assured, be confident, have that good self-esteem and worth, but also be humble, Leo. Remember to stay grounded. Remember to stay in the moment, right? And thankful for each thing, each good thing, each good day. That's going to go far for you this week. Very beautiful. Me too, Gwen. I love our animal cards. They always make me happy. They always make me happy to look at. They really do. It's always uplifting. You know, for those of you, I know I've said this before, but, you know, back when I was a teenage dragon and I was first getting into reading cards or doing anything like this, that was actually the first deck of cards I ever bought, was an animal oracle card deck. And so I have a very strong love of that kind of reading. So that's why I love doing these nights. So Virgo, here we are, guys. I hope you are doing wonderful this evening. Virgo, this is going to be your weekly spirit animal messages from the Oracle and Tarot. We're going to get a look at what they have to bring through for you for this week ahead. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos out there. Please show us anything that they need to know for their best and highest good. And please, let's start with one spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week. This one's adorable. The guinea pig. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Do your part to illuminate the universe. Look how sweet that is. You know, guinea pigs are super vocal. They really, really are. They speak a lot. They communicate a lot. They really are. They really are just these adorable little creatures. So I would say, you know, Virgo, this might be like bringing more lighthearted kind of energy or frequency into your associations, into your relationships, into your, you know, dealings with other people. If things get a little heavy or a little bit challenging, it might be time to lighten it up with a joke or something kind of witty or funny. It's important to just sort of interject that into the whole. Let's get into some tarot from the Arc Animal Tarot for you this week, Virgo. Let's see what we've got for you. Nice. Ooh, really nice. You've got some good energy coming through here, guys. Look at this. Starting out with the Cow Spirit, the Empress card. Very strong Libra and Taurus energy. This is very grounded, stable, rooted, knows where it's going, very prosperous, abundant, creative, knows how to create more abundance for everyone, very loving. She's associated with Venus energy. So I do feel this is a very loving, grounded, creative week where you're kind of stepping into your power a little bit here, Virgo, especially if you've got a creative project. Next up, our Pig Spirit, our Ten of Pentacles, another super, super positive card for abundance and manifesting. Virgo, if you're working towards creating either a better job, better income, greater sense of stability, security, home, foundation, building greater, stronger relationships between each other, because, you know, Ten of Pentacles, this is loyalty. This is relationships that last the test of time, as well as financial abundance. It's a wonderful card. Both of these are coming through so beautifully for you. And I feel like it's moving very quickly because we have this dragonfly spirit coming in very swiftly with this Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands moves things forward very, very quickly, right? Lots of communication, lots of movement, you know, lots of messages coming back and forth. Sometimes you might be a little overwhelmed even, because the Eight of Wands can be just rapid. It's like all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It's like maybe you felt like I'm waiting. When am I going to get this phone call? When am I going to hear back from someone? And then suddenly, Eight of Wands. The only thing that's difficult at all is the bottom of the deck. We've got the Woodpecker Spirit, the Eight of Swords. And so, Virgo, I know what this one's all about for you. Because Virgo, you can really overthink, you can overanalyze, and you can get into those anxious worries and fears. This is that self-imposed prison that you're meant to break free of. Be that little woodpecker, tap, 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 knock down those swords, get through there. Yeah, set yourself free for a new perspective this week because, boy, there's some good stuff. Really good stuff. I love that you got the pig and the guinea pig. I just think that's great. And, the other thing I would say, too, in our modern society, modern culture, when we talk about trying the untried, we say, I'll be the guinea pig. I'll try it first. And you might be doing that a little bit this week where you say, you know what? I'll step up. I'll take the lead. I'll be the pioneer. I'll try this thing before anyone else has tried it. Maybe they're scared of it, but I'll be the darn guinea pig. I don't mind. Let's get into an affirmation for you, Virgo. I like that. High frequencies. Welcome to the chat. I'm always guinea pig, they say. The wolf spirit. And again, this is also a pioneering spirit. The wolf spirit has a little bit of that guinea pig action too. Very much. They are. The pathfinder. Yeah. Release your past and start a new journey. You're a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Yeah. And that is very true. Even though they're such different kind of creatures, that wolf and that guinea pig both, have that association with, forging a new path, looking for a new way. And yeah, I feel like there is a bit of a teaching energy in here too, for those of you that resonate with that or have that as part of maybe a job search or career hunt, or looking for a better job. Yeah, it's a great read. It's really nice. Thank you, Krista. I got this from our favorite Canadian bird lady. It says, cute as a button. I'll sit up for a little bit. Cute as a button and worthy of lovin'. That's from Leslie the Bird Nerd. She has a great channel on YouTube that's all about birding. And she loves crows and ravens. And I think it was a year or two ago, she did a poem about how much she loves crows and about how, many times people are traditionally scared of them. She's like, but actually, they're great parents, they're great partners. And that was one of the lines in the poem was cute. And I'm cute as a button and worthy of lovin'. That's right. I love my crows and ravens, so I bought that shirt from her. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get into a reading for Libra. Let's see what we've got. So happy birthday to all my Libras who have maybe recently celebrated a birthday or will be celebrating a birthday over this next month's time. We have just stepped into your season, the beginning of autumn. So always a great time of the year. So Libra, these are going to be your weekly spirit animal messages. Let's see what we have for you. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Libras here in the chat and on the channel. Let's start out with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them out the most this week. The bee spirit. Oh, yes. And I really like this energy for you, Libra, because you are such a sign of diplomacy, working together, and this is a beautiful energy of that. The bee spirit to me is always about community. It's that hive mind, right? Everybody's working together, getting there, taking care of things. Everybody knows their place in the hive. Everybody knows what their job is, and they get there very quickly because of that. So spread heart healing with joy. Absolutely. Spread the joy, Libra. Spread the heart healing. The more that you embrace positivity to motivate your community and those that you work with, the better everything's going to go forward. This to me is like coming out of stagnation. Sweet results await, right? With that bee spirit. So let's get into some tarot. Let's see what your animal tarot is looking like for this week. Let's see how that unfolds for you, Libra. Nice, yeah. There's a joyful feeling that needs to be embraced. There really is this week. Coming up first with the Dolphin Spirit, the Knight of Cups, joy, true romance. Sometimes it's a little bit of the trickster. So Libra, whatever love offers that you get this week, don't be overly cautious, but do, you know, investigate them a little bit, because, you know, this is Pisces energy. It can be very loving, very romantic, very seductive, but it can also sometimes just be like a little bit of the player energy, the lover girl, lover boy kind of person that's just like, oh yeah, I'll sweep you off your feet. And, you know, but then I'm kind of flaky. So you want to make sure that any love offers that you receive from my single Libras this week are legit and are solid. But the Dolphin Spirit does bring that feeling of like wanting to embrace a little more joy. And if there's somebody you've had your eye on that you want to ask out, Libra, this is a good week to do it. The Frog Spirit, this especially comes up to me because the Four of Cups is about coming out of procrastination. And if you've been only focusing on one way of doing things, if you've only been focusing on, you know, a certain person, a certain job, a certain area of your life, to the detriment of everything else, and not being able to see other golden opportunities that are coming in behind you, it's time to start looking at other things around you, Libra. Don't focus on only one person or only one thing, especially if that one person keeps saying, I'm going to call you, we're going to go out, we're going to do something, and they never follow through. Go with the people that have follow through. It's very important. So the Hanged Man. Oh yeah, the frog, yeah, Gwen says she can't decide how she feels about this frog. Well, you know, that's the point. He can't decide how he feels about things either. It's time to come out of procrastination or overthinking something and look at the other opportunities around you. That's really the energy of him, yes. And so the Bat Spirit, right? The Hanged Man. This again. And Libra, I know this is gonna make you laugh a little bit, but you know, you're often accused of being indecisive and having a hard time making a decision. And both of these cards, both the Frog and the Bat, really make me feel like, yes, you're really pondering something. You're really in contemplation or in procrastination about making a choice. Some of this has to do with needing to let go of some old things, let go of any old negative associations, let it shake free. Very, very important. Self-surrender, prophetic power. Sometimes that Bat Spirit, that Hanged Man, can be that limbo energy where it's like, I'm not sure which way do I want to go. Libra, you're famous for it, but I really feel like it'd be a good week to make some sort of a decision here, because the Puffin Spirit is on the bottom of the deck with the Fool card. Childlike wonder, trust, and freedom. Really take the leap of faith. You know, the Frog, once he comes out of contemplation too, takes a leap, right? There's a definite leap of faith feeling here. Let go of unnecessary fears and worries, especially around your love life. For my single Libras, this reading may resonate a little stronger. Yeah, for sure. Let's get into an affirmation for you guys. That is a big Pisces Cancer energy coming in. Yeah, Giraffe, the visionary. I look at this. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Yeah, it's really the Bee Spirit is calling you to be very loving, very open, you know, work with others, bring that peace and joy into your love life, into your social life, into your work life, all areas. And to not just see the teeny weeny close up here now, but see the big picture. See where this is taking you this week. It's about more than just where you are in the moment this week. Gwen, what is that when you get your second wind? That's what it is. Yeah, puffins are like, well, they've got some similarities to me, to penguins. You know, they're an Arctic bird. Yeah, they're really fun. They're really cute the way they dive and jump up and in and out of the water. They're very cool. And thank you, Carmela, for that donation. I'm sorry I didn't mention that, but I really do appreciate that. She is a very kind member of our channel, and I appreciate any donations that are sent my way. So thank you so much. It's okay, Mary, no problem. All right, Scorpio, let's see what you have got coming through for you. This is going to be your weekly messages in the Animal Oracle and Tarot. So I hope you guys are doing great, my beautiful Scorpios. Let's see what we've got for you. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please, let's see what we have for our Scorpios out there. Anything that they need for their highest and best good. And let's please start with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them out the most this week. Oh, I love it. Such a beautiful card too. The Scorpio is bringing through the wolf spirit this week. Be independent, but work together. We were just talking about this in a previous reading where, you know, the wolf spirit is both the, you know, pioneer and the pathfinder. They can act as that lone wolf, but they're also a community organized creature, right? They know how to come together. They know how to work as a team. So this is a beautiful message of being independent, but also working together with your community, your family, your loved ones. And it also, something about the artwork in this card, it just feels like student and teacher, right? Because you've got the older wolf, you've got the younger wolf. I feel like this could be a week where you're imparting a lot of your wisdom and knowledge to either the younger generation or to people that you are teaching. So let's see what we've got in your animal tarot. Let's see, Spirit, what we've got for Scorpio. Very nice. Ooh, yes. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. So Scorpio, this is a really powerful week for you. The jellyfish spirit, Queen of Cups, she's one of my power cards for you. She's the Scorpion Queen in the tarot to me. Very emotionally intuitive, deep, nurturing, visionary, psychic, compassionate. But she's also very discerning about her emotional boundaries. She's very careful about who she lets in. That's why she's the one in the cup suit that has a lid over that cup in the traditional tarot, because she's very discerning. You might be really stepping up your boundaries. You might be stepping up your boundaries quite a bit this week, Scorpio, and really making sure that only the best of the best, only the ones that you can really trust can come into your life. You might be really making some decisions about fairness, balance, and justice here. Our beloved blue-footed booby is coming up into your reading with a Two of Swords, Libra energy. So definitely a card of indecision, an impasse. There's something that you've got to face down. There's something that you've got to make a decision about, and it would be great if you did it this week. Going into our last card, we do have the Goat Spirit. So I love this. I feel like whatever it is, because both of these cards, the Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, have some Libra energy on them. This is the Goat Spirit on that Six of Pentacles too. So I feel like this is a kind of achievement. I feel like once you come out of this indecision, come out of this, you know, choice that you've got to make, and you've really gotten solid about it, you're going to feel so much more grounded, so much more successful, just better about yourself. You'll feel like equality's been restored, because the Six of Pentacles for me is all about reciprocity. You know, you may have had somebody or someone in your life that just hasn't been putting in their fair share of the work, not putting in their fair share of the effort, right? And you're putting your foot down. It's, you might have been kind of going back and forth in your mind for a while, like, should I say something or should I not? Should I put my foot down or should I not? But I feel like once you put your foot down, you're going to feel a heck of a lot better. And this is really saying, you know, equal give and take. I give, you give. We can't do it without both of us giving equally here to whatever the situation may be. I feel like this is more around work for most of the Scorpios out there, but it could be a personal relationship as well. On the bottom, we've got our fly spirit. So we want to swat that fly, that 5 of swords, not the nicest guy in the card deck. And so this may be the kind of personality you've been dealing with, Scorpio. Somebody who likes to win at all cost, somebody who doesn't treat others right, they step on others to get ahead, narcissistic energy thief kind of personality. So that may be what you are cutting out of your life or putting your foot down around. And I feel like if you're usually quite good intuitively, Scorpio, and very observant of human character. So, you know, I feel that Queen of Cups coming in like, you know what? If there's a fly buzzing around and I got my glass of water here, I'm gonna put a lid over that cup. I'm just gonna put a lid over it. That way that fly won't get in there. That's it. Let's get an affirmation for Scorpio, please. And the whale. Oh, yes, the singer, the vocalist. To me, this is saying you got to speak up this week, Scorpio. Don't hold it to yourself. Let it out. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. And you are the most powerful sign of the zodiac, Scorpio. Always got to put that out there, but it is true. You are. Your words and your energy has power. Very strong power. And I think that was Tasha that left a donation. Thank you so much for that, sweetheart. And if you've got a few questions, we will get to those as soon as we are done with the generals. And we're almost actually done. We've only got 4 more of those left. All right, let's get into Sagittarius. All right, let's see what we've got for Sag in the house. These are going to be your weekly spirit animal messages from the Oracle and the Tarot, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have coming up for you. Dear spirit animal guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you have for our beautiful Sagittarius folks. Anything that they need to know for their highest and best good. And let's start with one main spirit animal guardian that will be helping them out the most this week. Very nice. Love this energy. The swan spirit coming through for you, Sagittarius. Really beautiful. Look at how powerful the heart chakra is in this card, by the way. The swan is very connected with love, the arts, music, beauty, and the depths of the soul. So demonstrate grace and majesty this week for my Sagittarians. This can be really beautiful. Making yourself maybe a little bit more emotionally vulnerable, embracing that energy of the heart, the power of your emotions. Maybe a really wonderful time to play or listen to music, connect with something artistic and creative. Let's get into the tarot for you. Let's see what's coming up for Sagittarius, please. Nice. Ooh, very nice. This is going to be a busy week. It's going to be a busy week. There's something that's very successful starting you out. You're really coming into this week with a good feeling. The Firefly Spirit, 6 of Wands, shining your light, moments of glory, recognize success and achievement. Very, very nice card of victory there. Right in the center, we have our Squirrel Spirit, the Ace of Wands. So more beautiful fire energy for my fiery Sagittarians. This is the gifts from Spirit that help to create a passionate new beginning, new life, new vitality returning. I just feel like you're coming into this week with so much going on. It's like you're really building, you know, like a new life, and there's something very exciting to you, and you may be doing a lot. Like you may be very busy, like rebuilding your new life, really putting some things together, coming and going and moving and shaking. And that's why we have our Four of Swords here in this week's reading, because the sloth spirit comes in and says, hold on, Sagittarius, you have got to take some time for yourself. You need to slow down just a moment. You need to take a minute. You need to rest a little more, get a few naps, get some meditation, and take good care of you as well, because I feel you're going to be doing quite a lot. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Roadrunner, the Knight of Swords. This is very rapid energy, thinking, talking, sharing ideas. And I do feel like, you know, for some of you, you might be feeling a little bit nervous about some of these big changes. Overall, though, you are very positive about it. And it's like, even if you're nervous, still speak your truth. Still go forward towards your dreams, because this is a great week. You've got a lot to be happy about here. You've succeeded in something, Sagittarius, or you're being granted like a new burst of energy, a new sense of enthusiasm, optimism, and openness towards what's coming in the future. Let's get our affirmation for you. Yes, make sure to play. Make sure to relax. We've got the dolphin spirit coming in. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. Yes. So good. This is a beautiful week. A lot of good connection. Don't be afraid to follow your heart's desire this week, Sagittarius, with that swan spirit. Thanks for everyone who likes my shirt, my little crow shirt. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. I don't usually wear t-shirts on the channel, but tonight I saw it. I said, you know what? It's spirit animal night. I got my little crow shirt. That's what I'm going to wear. All right, guys. Here comes Capricorn. I hope my Capricorns out there are doing awesome tonight. My goats hoofing it up the mountain. These are going to be your weekly animal, oracle, and tarot messages. So let's see what we have got coming up for you. Dear spirit animal guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you have for our fabulous Capricorns. Anything that they need to know for their highest and best good. And let's start with one main spirit animal that will be helping and guiding them the most through this week ahead. I like it. The shark spirit, one of my absolute favorite animals of all time, is the shark. I love this. Oh my goodness. Lead as a powerful and peaceful warrior. Wow. So Capricorn, go after what you want. I think I've always liked sharks because they're a little like dragons. They're snappy. They go after what they want. They know, they're very directed. They're very focused. And so yes, they are a peaceful warrior. They do go after what they want. They do intimidate people a little bit. All you got to say is shark and people kind of, you know, and Capricorn, you may feel a little bit of that this week too. People may be a little intimidated by your presence. They might be like, oh, here they come. Here comes that goat, you know, swimming through the waters, scaring all the fish, you know, but this is just saying to use your power for good. Use your power, you know, to guide and to lead others, because Capricorn, you are a natural leader and teacher. So definitely lead as a powerful and peaceful warrior, if at all possible. Very good energy. Let's get into your tarot for the week. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is strong energy and I love it. And it's, oh, this is so accurate. So starting out with the Four of Pentacles this week, Capricorn, the caterpillar spirit, security, consciousness, material success, and fear of loss. Okay. Capricorn, this is such a card that I know, me as a Capricorn, I know we're all kind of able to relate to this, because this is that feeling like, I've got to be careful with my money. I've got to be careful and cautious with my resources, because if I spend too much or I give too much, I may not have enough for myself. And so it's really that balancing act. I would say always with the Four of Pentacles, you want to be able to be in a place of balance. You don't want to be stingy with your resources and too closed up, because then you cut off that flow of receiving more abundance, right? But you also don't want to be foolish or unwise with those resources. So come into a place of balance, Capricorn. That's going to help you a lot this week with any fears of scarcity or concerns of not having enough. In the center, we do have the alligator spirit, another little snappy creature, and we've got the Page of Cups. So this is emotional connections, loving communication, that softer heart emerging. It's sweet Pisces energy, so you might be having loving communication or talks with someone you care about. Stay open to that. Stay open to that, because there's a lot of, you know, insights emotionally and spiritually that come up with the Page of Cups. I do feel like anything that's confusing you this week will come to a good, swift ending, because we do have the Hawk spirit coming in with the Ace of Swords. I feel like if there's anything that's been confusing you, blurring your vision, clouding what you feel is your better judgment, or keeping you from seeing the big picture, that's all going to come to an end. With this Ace of Swords, I also would never hesitate to call on Archangel Michael. It's a very strong archangel that I feel is always connected to the Ace of Swords. It's also, you know, your ability, being gifted by Spirit to just cut through anything confusing, foggy, that has given you lack of clarity. It's a victory card. It's success. It's being able to see things. It's like, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. On the bottom, we have the Warthog Spirit, one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Two of Cups, perfect harmony, sacred union, and mutual attraction. So for those of my Capricorns with a love in their life, this is a great week for love. And I feel like if you've had any kind of miscommunications or not great communications with someone in your life that you care about, it's going to improve quite a bit this week as time progresses. So let's get into an affirmation for Capricorn, please. Ooh, Spirit is big time on your side this week, Capricorn. We got the Eagle Spirit as your affirmation, the card of mastery. There's a very direct connection with Spirit. You're on a divine spiritual journey from beyond the sky. Let go of the past and Zor. You are guided by the winds of Spirit, and your wisdom inspires the world. Yeah, Capricorn's a huge sign of wisdom. Very, very strong, very mature. A lot of times mature beyond their years. But this is really, to me, you know, both getting this, the eagle and the hawk, these have great forward vision. So Capricorn, if you've been feeling any kind of worries in that here and now, like with that Four of Pentacles, worried about, oh, will I have enough? Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. I think you will. It's just a matter of stepping out of, you know, whatever little construct you've got for yourself. And use your power wisely. Don't just swim around snapping your teeth at everyone, you know. Wait for when you really want to go hunting. then you can bite. Oh my goodness. All right, Capricorns. That was a good one. And that's funny too, Capricorn got the shark this week, because I think it was just last week, me and David were talking about wanting to go down into the shark cage to see the sharks. I think Capricorns like sharks. I don't know what that is, but we like them. They know what they want. They know what they want. They're like, yeah, I'm hungry. I'm going to go get it. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for our fabulous Aquarians out there. This is going to be your weekly animal messages, your spirit animal tarot and oracle for the week. Let's see what we have got for you guys. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. You guys have got a lot of big energy around you. All right, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Aquarians out there. Anything that they need to know for their highest and best. And let's start with one main spirit animal messenger that's helping them out the most this week. Nice, nice. You know, I think it was Cancer that had the same one, the Kingfisher. So be patient and focus. This is a card of timing and divine providence, right? It's like, here comes the fish, here comes the snack in the water. But that Kingfisher's got to have the right timing. The right timing, because he's got to wait till that fish gets right to the right point. Then he can dive and grab him. If he acts too fast, he'll miss it, right? So this, to me, Aquarius, if there's something that you need to achieve, work on, accomplish, stay patient, stay focused. If you're feeling like, oh, I want something to happen so quick, or I want it to happen quicker, don't worry, the divine timing is at play. Things are already set in motion, right? That fish is already on the way for you. You've just got to have the patience and the timing to act at the right moment. So let's get into your spirit animal messages in the tarot for the week for Aquarius, please. More fish. Ooh, I like this. Yes. Oh my goodness. So the pufferfish is coming up first for you, Aquarius. The 9 of Cups, wishes granted, satisfaction and pride. There is definitely a feeling of moving closer and closer towards your dreams, your wishes, the hopes that you have for the future. I would say always with this 9 of Cups, don't ever get discouraged, right? Keep persevering. Even if you've gone most of the way, you got to go all of the way, Aquarius. So even if you feel like, yeah, I pretty much got what I want, there might be a little more. There might be a little more. So don't give up. Keep persisting, going towards the dreams, because the 9 of Cups isn't yet the 10. The 10 is the ultimate, right? Next card out is the Rooster Spirit, the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is all about waiting for those ships to come in. Like, you've put out the call, you've put out your sound, and now it's time for that energy to return to you. So you might have put out a lot of energy, effort, etc. to go after those dreams and wishes, and now it's time. The time is now to wait for those ships to come back. And I do feel like, yes, you are as well going through quite a transformational period. We've got the Scorpio moth, the death card coming up, Scorpio energy very strongly on this reading. So I do feel that there is, you know, part of you that's really being transformed. Old parts of your life falling away, new parts being brought in, transitioned through. So if you have any of those heavy feelings, you know, this week, Aquarius, just take some time to yourself. Take time to reflect, to meditate, to do the work, because this is very clearing. It's very clearing is what I feel. And so, you know, Scorpio energy, that death card, also is very associated with things like counseling and psychology. So if you have a trusted counselor or a psychologist that can help you with anything that you're experiencing, it's a great time for that as well. You do have one of your big power cards here. On the bottom of the deck, the Condor Spirit, the King of Swords, is an Aquarius King. And so I feel like this is the master strategist, the planner, someone who really has goals and very clear ideas for the future and knows how to make those plans without getting super emotional or you know, all torn up inside about it. Like, they just know how to pull out the paper and say, this, we're going to do this on this day. We're going to do this on that day. I'm going to get this done by then. And they really have a great way of planning. Very authoritative. I also, I see these on the bottom. I can't help it. I gotta pull them. The tiger and the cat. Look at that, Aquarius. The big reason I love the tiger for your reading, King of Wands and Page of Swords coming up in here, is because both of these resonate with you. The tiger is the same as Aquarius in the Chinese lunar cycle. So I just feel like that's a little extra message for you. The King of, you know, Wands and the King of Swords, like, definitely go after what you want. And that little Page of Swords is saying communicate. Make sure to speak about what you want. Don't keep it bottled up to yourself. Really good read, Aquarius. I love all those cards for you. Let's get into an affirmation on this. Yes, look at that. The black jaguar, the old soul. I would say Aquarians, you know, they are so, they're one of the older signs. They're second to the oldest sign, right? They're the 11th. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. That's what I really do feel with this reading this week. Wait for the right timing. Make your plans, right? These are the dreams, the wishes, the hopes. You're going to create them, Aquarius, and a lot of them are just going to come to you. You know, get your planning, get your things done on your end, and then, you know, the other side is going to reciprocate. It's going to, the bridge will come together, right? You can build your side of the bridge, they'll build their side of the bridge, you'll come together as one. Very, very nice. All right. Oh, thank you for joining us, Mary. I'm glad you got in for your Aquarius reading. All those cards felt so good. They felt so right on. I have a lot of Aquarian energy in my life, not just in my own chart, but in my life. I got my dad's Aquarius, my sweetheart's an Aquarius. You know, we got I have a lot of Aquarius friends. They're great. They're just one of my favorite signs. They are the sign that rules astrology, too. Aquarius is the sign that's most highly associated with the study of astrology, and they're really good at it. Sharon, you're just in time. Look what I was about to hold up. Her ESP was on fire tonight, Sharon. Good to see you, sweetheart. We had such a good time over at Nasty Women Tarot, Sharon's channel. Sharon and Lisa are wonderful ladies. If you haven't checked them out, go check out Nasty Women Tarot. They're very fun. And we just had a good time talking and doing some general readings for folks. We really did. It was beautiful. So let's get into it, Pisces. This is going to be your weekly animal spirit messages in the Oracle and the Tarot. Let's see what we have got for you tonight coming through. Dear spirit animal messengers, guardians, guides, and friends. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Pisces out there. Anything that they need for their highest and best good. And let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week, please. Ooh, I love it. Always feel a little of my dad's energy around the snake spirit because that was his Chinese lunar year. Live according to your divine essence. Yes. Snake energy is very interesting. For one thing, of course, they are such a sign, you know, an animal's transformation. They shed the skin, you know, to renew themselves. The snake spirit in Chinese lunar astrology is associated with the Western sign of Taurus. So you might have some good grounding Taurus energy in your life this week as well, Pisces. I feel like this is both transformational and foundational. So very, very nice indeed. Love my snake spirit. Let's get into your animal tarot. Please, Spirit, let's see what we have for Pisces. Wow. Ooh. Pisces. What you doing? What you doing? Let's see what we've got. All right, we're starting out with the most positive card that can be in the tarot is the Sun. The Peking Duck spirit. Triumph, bliss, hard work that creates good luck. To me, it's a card of victory, success, innocence returning, optimism returning, just all the hope and faith, the clouds, you know, parting, the sun pouring through, and you just feeling so much better. Next out, we've got the Bee spirit, the Wheel of Fortune. So again, very, very positive card. Coming out of stagnation, things starting to move forward. This is a Jupiter-ruled card, so it can really lead to expansion, learning new things, potentially traveling or planning some travel going on this week, Pisces. And it's also all of the fixed signs in the zodiac. It is Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio that are also associated with this card. So you may have some of those signs in your life, especially Taurus or Leo. Getting huge Taurus and Leo energy off of this reading so far. Third card though, I gotta wonder what's going on, because here we've got this Nine of Swords, the Black Swan. This is those, you know, dark nights of the soul, anxiety, fears, sleepless nights, things that keep you awake, that just, you know, won't let you rest. I feel like with the influx of so much positive, you almost might be having a hard time believing that these good things are coming your way. It's like, oh, can I really change? Oh, can I really grow? Oh, can I really let go of this old paradigm or this old home or job or relationship or thing that was just holding me back? Yes, you can. But I think that you're going to have a little bit of a struggle within your own mind about it. And the big thing that you've got to do is get through that. Get through that. So, you know, if you're going through a tough time, keep going. Because time heals. And this is dealing with that shadow self, right? This is dealing with our shadow self. So, yeah, time to change that up. Time to deal with that Nine of Swords. Sometimes that's the self-sabotage card, right? It's that thing where it's like we can't believe that something good coming in and we're like, oh, that could not be for me. And we kind of talk ourselves out of it. So just be really aware of that this week, Pisces. On the bottom, we have the Fox Spirit. That's our Knight of Wands. So fortitude, passion, leadership, going to the next level. I feel like these two, you know, really match up because they're both very strong Sagittarius energy. And so I feel like, you know, don't stop and over worry or overthink. You know, do your due diligence if you're making plans and you're doing some, you know, practical work this week here, Pisces, but don't let it fall into this feeling of despondency or looking at all the holes or saying, oh, I can just see where this is going to go wrong, right? That's the challenge, because Pisces, you're very imaginative, sometimes morbidly so. So it's good to imagine the best, not the worst. That's what I would say with this, because you're definitely bringing in some very positive energy this week, some big transformations. Let's get into an affirmation for you. Yes, the owl spirit coming through. Yes, definitely. Seeing through the dark. Choose to know the truth, because you can open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So, you know, use the power of the inside of this owl spirit to look through the shadow self, look through the dark side, look through why you might be, you know, reliving some patterns of negativity or self-sabotage. You're going to overcome it. You're going to overcome it here, Pisces. But this is a powerful, kind of deeply healing and insightful week. Because I feel like there's going to be some really positive things starting to come your way, some big movement. And at first you might be like, yay! And then you're like, oh, is that really for me? So you might be grappling with that a little this week. Hang in there. Hang in there. It's mostly good here. All right. We are done with our 12 zodiac signs. We got them all figured out. For the most part, for the week, we got them all sorted. So I'm going to take just a quick break, guys. I'll be right back. And I know that we have, those that heard, I didn't share this, so on point. Yes. Right? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Ms. Mindful. Oh, yes. I saw you in there, and we had such a good time. I think Sharon's in here too. Yeah. We were both in there with you, reading for you last night. That was super cool. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It was so fun. I definitely want to try to get back in there and do that again at some point with them, because we read together really well. Like, we really just, we were like in sync. And I don't mean the crappy boy band. All right. I'm I'm sorry you've been going through so much health-wise, Jules. Oh my goodness. I kind of had a feeling some things were going on because usually we chat a little bit more. Yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a lot lately. And, you know, I think that I always feel that way. Like last week, I had a day where I was feeling really sick. I almost thought I was getting sick. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Yeah. So I just, like, last week, I took a day. Like, it was Wednesday. I was feeling really bad. Like, I was going to do my autumn thing. I think, no, Tuesday. And I just wasn't feeling good. So I just said, you know what? People will understand if I take a day. And I just did it, you know? Thanks, Tasha. Yeah. I'm going to go run to the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back and we'll start the personals. So Tasha is going to be first tonight on the list. If anyone else wants to get a personal read, just go ahead and make a minimum of a $10 donation. And we will put you on the list, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Hi, Tasha. Like, as soon as I sit down, I see her question. Tell me about this stupid guy. I would try to give some info, but it would not make any sense. All right. All right, Krista. Let's see. Not Krista. I'm sorry, Tasha. Let's see what we've got. Oh, okay. No problem, Gwen. If you need to take off, that's fine. We might have more people, but I don't know yet. So I'll just play it as it goes. If Tasha's the only one in for tonight, we'll just do hers and I'll wrap it up. No worries. If you need to go, babe. Thank you so much for your help. All right, Tasha, let's see what we have got coming out. Let me get a keyword oracle card because I want to do that for you as well. Let's see, do I want spellcasters? Spellcasters is always good. Let's do that one. Yep. All right. All right. So do you have a name for him or a birth sign that she would like to share? That sometimes helps me tap in a little bit deeper to someone. Dear Spirit, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Let's see what we have for our Tasha dealing with a Sagittarius guy. Let's see what kind of messages come up around this for her, please. Anything that she needs to know. Wow. Forgiveness and travel. Holy cow. And I don't know, if he needs to be forgiven, you might be struggling with forgiveness if he hasn't been very nice to you. Travel is in there. Sagittarius is a travel sign. You know that. I mean, they could live at a distance. They could be traveling a lot. And there could be something about that that's upsetting or difficult. If it is, just putting that out there. So let's get into some tarot. I personally have, I love my Sagittarius friends. So this is in no way meant to be a slight towards their sign. But I would say not all, because there's certainly always those that go against the grain or the rule. Depends so much on the rest of your, the whole of your astrology chart. But, Sagittarius men can be a real challenge because the women can too sometimes. Because they are not usually built for the long haul that way. It's a little like Gemini. They enjoy the experience, and once they like the chase, and once they've got the experience, and once they've done it, they're on their way to the next experience. And that's why to me it's actually one of the harder signs to be in a long-term committed relationship with them. Obviously not all. Jeff Bridges, the dude from The Big Lebowski, the guy has had a fabulous committed marriage his whole life. Not all Sagittarians are that way, but a lot are. It's, really depends on the individual and what their values are. Because some Sagittarians can be true blue, loyal through and through, but I would say that more on the whole, they do tend to have that wanderlust, and it's really hard to avoid it. So let's see what we've got, please, Spirit, in the tarot for this relationship. You're real defensive. You got your walls up big time with this one. Starting out with the ego card, this is the same as the devil card. You almost might feel like he's a bad habit for you, or that he's got a lot of bad habits. This could be somebody who, could be struggling with either a drug or an alcohol or substance addiction. This could be somebody who's a bit narcissistic or an energy thief. This could be somebody who just doesn't treat others well, or is a bit of a taskmaster, or, maybe he's super jealous or got some ego constructs that are really difficult to work through. Either way, there's some heavy stuff around this. There's some heavy stuff around that, right? He could also be a workaholic. The Capricorn energy is very strong on that card. So it can be that workaholic, somebody that, just denies themselves happiness because they're so busy working on stuff. Hey, Heather, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we finished all the general reads, and now I'm on my my little paid mini readings. Wow. Oh my goodness. Tasha. This guy, the devil. Can I say that? He might be the devil. Why do I feel that line in Ghost when Whoopi Goldberg's character says, "You in trouble, girl." You in trouble, Molly. Yeah, the devil on top of the devil card. This is somebody that definitely has some big issues, hun. And you may not be the one to fix it. I'm just saying, that's some really heavy energy. That's some really heavy energy. Sure, Nancy. Yeah, if you post in a donation, I'll get you on the list. Right in the center, 9 of Wands. This is very protective. Okay, Nancy, I'll put you on the list. Thank you, sweetheart. But yeah, that to me is you really standing up to protect yourself, protecting what you've created. You're very much on your guard, right? And I also get the feeling maybe you've really been, I don't know if you've been really fighting with this person, but I do feel like you've been fighting about it within yourself for sure. Like you're just like, what do I do with this? How do I handle this? Right? And it is tiring, you know, it is tiring, even though you are that strong warrior there. Seven of Pentacles on top of this. So slow and steady, weed your garden, take things one day at a time when it comes to this situation, and be good to yourself. Really be good to yourself. It's very, very, very important. Yeah. It's also, I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like creating good habits, you know, because it's like when you're taking care of that garden, translate it to you taking care of yourself, taking care of your work, your finances, all of that, your inner well-being, you know, really doing the cultivation. Third card, meet in the immediate future. Again, Seven of Wands. Both of these cards are so much about like standing up for yourself. That's why I say you're very self-protective. You've really got your defenses up. You're really not willing to hear any excuses, any BS, any trash from this person. Like you really don't want to hear it. You're just like, no, no. I would definitely, of course, it always says to choose your battles wisely with that Seven of Wands. So I feel like, you know, if you feel like it's worth fighting for, sure, you can fight for it, but if it's not, I would just walk away. Let's get a clarifier on the Seven of Wands. Well, I think his problem came out pretty clearly in the beginning there, Tasha. The double up of the devil card. Guy's got some kind of addictions or ego issues of some sort. There's just no getting around it with these two cards. You know. This is somebody that either has some substance addictions, something very buried in the ego, could be you know, a narcissistic personality, somebody who's controlling, jealous, limits their own happiness and therefore yours as well. Could be a workaholic, right? They got a lot of stuff to dig out. They got a lot of stuff to dig out, whatever it is. But those are the things that come up around those cards. And having those, I mean, that's why I use 2 decks always, because if I get the same card clarifying one, that's a major message. You know, it doesn't happen very often, especially when you're not pulling a ton of cards. My feeling with this 3 of Wands on top of the 7 of Wands is that I wouldn't go searching out for this person. If they don't come bothering you, I wouldn't bother them for a freaking minute. The 3 of Wands is like, you know, it's like that let things come to you energy. But I just really, I don't get a good feeling about this person in general. I feel like you've really got your guard up around them. But let me get a suggested approach on it, and we'll pull a few more oracle cards too. Oof, that one's flipping out. Yeah, look at that. 7 of Pentacles is coming up again as a suggested approach. I would literally just mind your own business. Mind your own garden. Cultivate your own life. Be patient with yourself. And honestly, if this thing with this guy is going to work out, it's going to take time. Like, there's no getting around it. That's another element of Capricorn, is something that just takes time, right? This isn't going to fix itself overnight, and it's not going to fix itself by you getting really worried and invested in it, right? I think you need to kind of step back. You know, that's what that 7 of Wands is about. It's like, I'm going to stand up here on my mountain, and I'm not going to come down there to you. I'm going to work on me. You know, this is very important. Very important. Because if you put in good energy and time and you plan for your own future, good things are going to come out of it. But if you just spend all your time feeling sad and worrying with this, you know, guy that's not being honest or open or giving you what you need, it's also going to, you know, reap a result. That's, you know, it's going to come either way. Yeah. I would say, I would say that I would start looking at other opportunities and other options. I wouldn't just put all my eggs in one basket with this guy, because this is your suggested approach, is work on yourself, weed your garden, cultivate your best needs and desires. And that 4 of Cups is like saying, I've been focusing so much on this thing over here, these 3 cups, where it's not going right, that I've been missing the other opportunities that could be coming in. So I would start looking, I'd start checking out your options if you haven't already. Don't sit around and wait for this person, because I have a feeling they're a bit of a hot mess. That's putting it nicely. Let's get an outcome, potential outcome for this situation. You're going to be fine. Look at that. 6 of Wands. Success, victory, happiness, wise choices that bring good things. This is great. That's a great card. Sure is different from the other ones. And the 6 of Pentacles. Look at that, 6 and 6. And you know, 6 is a number of relationships. I feel like you'll get into something better. That's what I feel. I feel you'll get into something better, and it'll be something where there's equal give and take, there's balance, there's trust. You don't feel like you're doing all the work and all the heavy lifting in the relationship. You'll know if it's right for you by that feeling, right? That, you know, both of you are invested. Both of you care about it. It's not just one of you doing all the work. Deprive them of oxygen. I mean, change your number, change your locks, whatever you got to do. I had one of those, Tasha. I did in the past. It was really tough to get rid of. Call the police. That's what I did. I called the police and had them call him up and talk to him and tell him if he continued to harass me or text a ton of times or call all the time or show by my house, that he could be arrested. So that's what made him stop. Didn't matter how many times I put down my foot and said, here's my boundaries. It took me getting a guy with a gun calling him and talking to him, and then he quit, and it never became an issue, and I never went back. And I'm so glad I didn't. So glad I didn't. Sometimes you get caught in a relationship, and it's not your fault, and you think you can't get better, or you feel like, if I let this go, I'm just going to be alone. Yeah, you might be alone for a while, but you know what? It's better. I'd rather be alone and happy with myself than be with someone that is just stealing my light. and making me miserable and cry all the time. So I feel like you're going to come out of this beautifully. I really do. I don't feel like you're going to be sitting around unhappy forever. But I would say, you know, if this is somebody that turns into a harasser or anything like that, I wouldn't hesitate to just get a restraining order, call the police, whatever you need to do to make yourself feel safer, you know. Sometimes it's, you know, some people will just go away if you stop answering the phone, block their number, you know what I mean? It's like that, that's that, you know, they'll just let it go. But if they keep it up or they show up by your house, you can definitely call the authorities and tell them. You can report them and you can file a restraining order if you need to. But a lot of times it doesn't go that far. They just need to have a little, you know, warning shot, and it's like, okay, back off. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. On the bottom, I just pulled some cards from my Angel Answers Oracle, so helpful people. Don't go it alone, right? You know, pull into your community. You do need a little time to recover from this. You do need a little time to recover and ask for help from others. Look at this. You've got helpful people and asking for help from others around you. You've actually got a lot of support, more than you might think. There's a lot of good counseling resources and supportive people. You've certainly got a little room full of them here on your side, right? That can really help to support your recovery and aid in that. Because if this has been a tough situation or anything that's been painful, you need it. And on the bottom, we have communicate clearly, right? On the bottom is communicate clearly. So speak what you need, speak what you want. Let's see what we had on the bottom. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles and strength. One day at a time, baby. You're stronger than you think. You're stronger and more resilient than you realize with that card. That was a good read. Really was. And yeah, I don't think it could get a lot more clear with that double card. The guy's a mess. I would honestly, if you feel funny about it, I would get out of there and keep going. Don't look back. Something so much better will come out for you. Promise. It did for me. It did for me. Yeah, it definitely did for me. Yeah, 3 years later, and I'm with somebody that I love and loves me, and things are in such a better place. So I promise you, yeah, Tasha, don't get into that fear of not finding something better, because you will. All right, question number 2. Let's clear this energy. I'm gonna clear out with my tuning forks just a little bit from that guy. Yeah, she donated for 2, Krista. Yeah, Raven, I accidentally broke my tuning fork mallet. I stepped on it while I was cleaning and it broke. So I haven't been doing as much of my forks lately. These are my little angel tuners. I love these little guys. They're super high pitched. But I love it. I like these. They're really intense. They really make me feel better. Whew. They're really good for clearing heavy energies. Yeah, I can actually show it to you. It's sad, but it's funny at the same time. my little tuning fork mallet that I've had for like over 10 years. I actually stepped on it. I was vacuuming and I was like, oh no. I'm like, I just killed my mallet, didn't I? I was like, yep. I guess I could still, like, I don't know, do this. Yeah, that works, right? I also have this little, like they sell this as a tuning fork, you know, like a little piece of rubber that you can hit it against. That kind of works too. But I really like the mallet. I really like this little guy, and I might just be all like tacky about it and like wrap it with some, I don't know, duct tape or something. Oh, see, it almost looks like it's not broken. Never want to do that. Yeah, I could wrap that maybe with some duct tape, and it probably would be just fine. It's so frustrating. I've had that for so long, and I'm like, darn it. Going for my license on the 4th, for the 4th time. The license, will I be successful this time? They keep cutting me. Wood glue. Oh, get some wood glue and then wrap it with some duct tape. Now that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a real plan there. That sounds good. That's a great idea. What license is it, Tasha? Get some wood glue. Yeah. I will definitely do that, Sherry. Thanks for the tip. And thanks for being here. I saw you last night on the on Nasty Women's channel. Yeah. Heather's here too. Driving. Oh my gosh, Tasha, you're so funny. You're in good company here because I don't have a driver's license either. I've never owned a car. I've never owned a car because I work from home. I walk. I do rideshare. Before rideshare was a thing, I did buses. It's funny, David. I'm a little bit the same. I wouldn't say I'm terrified to drive, but I'm more terrified of the bills because I really don't. I don't want to spend not only to buy a car. That's not even the problem. Buying the car is one thing, but then the maintenance, the gas, the repairs, all of that, it's just a constant thing. And because I don't need to drive somewhere every day, I don't really feel like a desperate need to do it. That's why I've never done it. I've just never been a big, like, oh, I gotta drive person. Eventually I know I will. Like, I know I will. But most people do. Eventually I will, but it just hasn't been a big imperative thing in my life. So it's like, yeah, exactly. That's so funny. Yeah, I get that too sometimes, David. They get like those car scams. They're like, we want to, lower your insurance. I'm like, that's good because I don't even have a car. Right. Yeah, the bills are ridiculous. I agree, Heather. See, I know that if I learned and was able to, I would love it because I do love long drives with your music on. I love doing that with people. Oh, Raven Thunder. Yeah, she just said she just got hers. Uh-huh. Right? Yeah, I'm the same, David. I just don't like it. I've just never had a big interest in it. I want a horse. I'd be more excited about learning to ride a horse. My dad loved to drive. He did. My dad loved to drive. And so I guess that's another reason I never learned how to drive. It's like as a kid and as a teenager, I liked my dad. We didn't have a problem hanging out. And so we always just, anywhere I wanted to go, he's like, let's go. And it was always just fun to drive around with him. Yeah, dragon on a horse. It has to be a big horse for a dragon. All right, Tasha, let's see. We're all on your side. We're all on your side here with this. Let's see what we've got for you for Tasha and her driver's license. Will she get her test to go through? Is the 4th time a charm, please? Actually, you know what? Let's start out with some angel answer cards. Let's see what these say, because I tell you, these don't mince words. Let's see what we've got first with that, and then we'll go in a little deeper if we need to. Okay, I don't think it's gonna work this time. Reconsider. We've got no, and then hell no. What I feel like with this, Tasha, especially with the reconsider card, the reconsider, I think is not, it's just don't do it right now. I would honestly wait till after the Mercury retrograde is over. I would do it later in the month of October, closer to Halloween. That's why I think this reconsider card is there. It's like, right now it's a big, big fat no. I've never seen such a big no come out, actually, with these cards. I've never, ever seen it. I mean, because this deck has both, right? It has a no, and then it has a no with an exclamation point. It also has a yes, and a yes with an exclamation point in this deck. And you got both the no cards. However, on the bottom, it says, if you believe. So I feel it's just not the right timing right now. So I'm going to ask another question. Will this driver's license test for Tasha go better if she waits until after the Mercury retrograde? Is it a timing issue? That's what I want to ask next. Wow. It's up to you. So it's really, ball is in your court. But again, reconsider and no. I mean, these just don't want to stop coming out on this. Maybe you just need more practice or more time. Maybe you need to go for the test in a different state. Sometimes by locale and by region, they're a lot harder on some people than others. I know it's kind of a joke in Atlanta and in Georgia that they'll give like anybody a license here, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you got a pulse, they're like, here, you can have a driver's license. They just don't care here. So that's more the feeling I get too, is it's sort of like it might not even be the right place. Let's see. I'm going to shuffle again one more time. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, some places are a lot tougher than others. In Georgia, it's not. You want a driver's license? Come on down here. You probably would get it in a week or less. You'd probably be like, yep, boom. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. She says, everybody, they go to the test 2 and 3 times. So difficult there. Yeah. Gosh. Okay. All right, is it a matter of location, please, Spirit? Wow. Yes. Okay. That's what the issue is. It's the location that you're in. It's the location. And look at this. I feel like, look at this. If you moved somewhere else or you came somewhere else to do it, look at that. In the next few weeks and in the near future comes out. Wow. Okay. That's what it is. It's where you are. It's not so much about you. It's where you're at. It's really where you're at. And on the bottom we had improving health. I don't know what that's about, but you might need to just take good care of yourself for a little while. And you might consider going somewhere else to take your driver's test. Yeah, everybody hates the darn DMV. It's the worst. I don't even use a state ID because I hate it so much. Like, every time I go to just get, like, a state ID, they want, like, so many weird pieces of information and ID, and I don't have it. And I'm like, guys, but I can get an international passport. So that's what I use as an ID. Because the state IDs are just, I mean, it is such a pain. Such a pain. Yeah, but Tasha, I think that's, yeah, hopefully, if that's, it is where you are. I mean, that's just, It's where you are. It's not about you not being good enough. I think that where you happen to be has just got really stupid high standards. I would give it some time, though. I would at least wait till the retrograde's over, and if at all possible, I would even wait to take your test somewhere else, if you can. Because it would probably work out. Like I said, come on down to Georgia. They'll give you a driver's license. I would say in the meantime, you know, use your time to practice, to review what you know. Maybe, I don't know if you've gone to any kind of like driving school or classes, because that does help. You know, if you complete a driving course at a, you know, a concentrated school for that kind of thing, that will help give you credit towards your exam. Taking the defensive driving course that they offer, that goes in your favor as well. So whatever, you know, all those kind of things can help. That's actually what I plan to do whenever, if I ever start driving, is I will do that. Yeah, see, Heather's, same deal, driving school. My dad, it's funny, when he was younger, he taught driving school for a little while. He was so cute too. Like, I have old pictures of him in his little uniform. It's so weird. My dad taught a driving school for a while, and I still didn't learn to drive. I'm like, I don't want it. Not only that, but my parents always owned like these giant long cars that I was super intimidated to try to drive. Me as like a 15, 16-year-old, I was like, I'm like this skinny little kid that's like 80 pounds soaking wet, and you want me to drive that tank? Like, it scared me to death. So that's another reason. If my parents had like cute little friendly looking cars, I might have wanted to do it. See, that was what I wondered too, Tasha, because on these readings you had that improving health card on the bottom twice. And so if it was for a medical reason, you might need to do something around your health and just healing whatever the condition was that kept you from, you know, having your license. That's another message that certainly came through on those cards. These are great, Heather. The angel answers, I love them. Ever since I got them, I use them a lot, and they're very accurate. I've just gotten the greatest reads out of using those. So Nancy, whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and post your question out there. Yeah, Ms. Mindful, she's saying the same thing, medical correction. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see what comes up. You know, that kind of thing comes up to me too sometimes, Nancy, where, yeah, don't remember the name. Okay. Yeah, let's see what comes up. All right, Nancy Riker, your angels, ancestors. Let's see who we've got. Let's see who we've got. Who is coming up for Nancy? In her dreams or just around her in general? We've got the two cards that come up. Oh, you're welcome, David. Have a good night. We've got lighten your load and animals. So I almost get a feeling that this is somebody who's very associated with animal spirits, with nature, and is trying to get you to just lighten up your energy, to put heavier elements of yourself or of your work down, right? To not feel so burdened. They might be really encouraging you to get in touch with your animal spirits or guides. Maybe even if you've got a pet or thinking about getting a pet, you know, something to do with connecting with nature. This almost feels like the energy of Cernunnos, or Pan, or, you know, one of these kind of masculine figures that are very connected to nature and also to a lightheartedness, right? A happier kind of feeling. That's what I'm getting there. Yeah. If you don't have pets, or you think you might want one, or you want to, I don't know, put some bird feeders out, something to invite more of that into your life. Because that can be a big deal here. That could really give you quite a boost. I'm hearing it's the Birdman. The Birdman is talking to you. It makes me think of, you know, that old story, the true story, the Birdman of Alcatraz, right? I mean, it's, you know, this was a guy who had been convicted of a killing. He had actually, there was a friend, he was living on the street as a young man, Robert Stroud. That story is just, it's kind of like bittersweet. And he had a friend, he had a woman that was a friend of his that would often, you know, help protect him. And she was a prostitute, and there was one of her customers who was getting very rough with her one night, and Robert Stroud intervened and ended up killing him. And that's what he went to prison for. And eventually he ended up in Alcatraz. And during his time there, he went out into the prison yard, and there was a big storm, and a nest had fallen down into the, you know, into the prison yard. And he looked, and there were these baby, I think they were sparrows, little finches or sparrows. Finches, I think. And there were about 3 of them. So he picked it up, brought it in, he started feeding the birds. He started doing everything he could for them, and he just really got into keeping these birds. And he ended up, I mean, he was just a genius. Like, he was a really smart guy. If he had not ended up in prison, he could have been a doctor, veterinarian, all kinds of things. He made a lot of, you know, advancements in avian medicine while he was in the prison. He would help people with their birds. He figured out things that would help cure common diseases in birds, because he eventually had so many birds and some of them died. And he was like, why did they die? What made them sick? And he was doing all this research himself, just reading books. It was, I mean, just great old movie too, the Burt Lancaster. This is just a good one. But that was quite a story there. But yeah, it's the Birdman. Yeah, there's somebody coming through to you to tell you to lighten your load, to get in touch with the spirits of the animals. I feel like I don't necessarily, I almost feel an angelic presence, but that's not exactly it. It's more earthy. And so that's what makes me think this is either, you know, some kind of guardian, some kind of ascended master, someone who's very in touch with animals in the spirit world. But is also rather lighthearted. Like, they want you to feel happier. They want you to get in touch with nature and animals as a way to feel happier and more joyful. Yeah, look at these cards. Aww. These are just so nice. You know, there's a renewal, a resurrection kind of feeling around this. It's like really this sort of whole new life feeling, just something that lightens you up, takes you to the next level, breaks you out of some old habit or routine that maybe hasn't been the most fun. Yeah, I mean, it's Scorpio and Capricorn energy, which just tend to be a little heavy. And I feel like it's really for a positive outcome, because we do have the 6 of Wands. So this is victory, it's success, it's happiness, it's riding this wave of joy. And look on the bottom as we've got the Empress. To me, there's no greater card that's like in touch with nature, with the animals, with the spirits of the earth, and just really a lot of love there. A lot of love there. If you know, if like a wandering cat just shows up and they adopt you, you know, or like I said, even putting out, you know, bird feeders in your yard and, you know, enjoying watching the birds and identifying the birds. I can't not tell you how much joy I get out of that. I love my birds. They just make me smile every day that I see them. My little chickadees. Oh, my chickadees. I woke up today and there was a chickadee in the little bush beside my window, and he was tearing open a sunflower seed, and it was just so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. I love him. Yeah, Earth Mama. I feel like it's a renewal of fun, of hope, of joy, happiness, dreams coming forward. And I like that on top of the ego, the devil card, we got the Chariot. So it is like coming out of like heavy or difficult patterns or routines. It's really lightening up the energy. And it's like, it's also very restive. It's happy and it's enjoyable. Four of Swords, right? So it's really like, makes you feel happy, makes you feel upbeat. There's a success feeling to it, but it's also like, like just taking a nice nap. And look at this Queen of Pentacles on top of the Empress. That's why I said Earth Mama, because Queen of Pentacles is like, to me, a kind of a minor arcana Empress card. I mean, there they are, out in nature, hanging out. She's got the bunnies. She's got the bunnies, you know, out in the woods, out really connected with that earth element. I feel like it also has that side benefit of making you just feel abundant, happy, stable, grounded. Yeah, it's a cool read. Interesting person around you right now. That happens to me sometimes, yeah, when I'm either asleep or dreaming or just waking up, I'll hear somebody talking to me. And sometimes they'll tell me a name, sometimes they don't. Oh, they're around. They're definitely around. Yeah, I mean, that could even be your parents' energies. It definitely feels like a more masculine figure. Oh, you said that it was. Yeah, you did say it was, but I definitely feel the masculine energy of that. And it feels more earthy, more tangible than like angelic. You know. And if your dad was really in tune with that, he could have ascended a little higher than most people in the afterlife. I feel like my dad has done that to a degree, right? It's just some people have a higher vibe, and when they go to the spirit world, they get a little higher. And that's, I almost feel that with this person or energy. It's like I said, it's almost like that ascended master kind of feeling, almost more like a deity, you know. It's that real like, yeah, Cancer. Oh, and the Chariot card came out in there, so that's the Cancer card. Yeah, that's probably him. But you may not recognize him immediately, because I feel like he's gone up a little. Like, he's on a real high vibe. Still earthy and tangible, but definitely like in a good place. Like, but he's very connected with animals and nature, and really wanting you to have a feeling of lightness and happiness, you know, just to feel like you're not weighed down. Yeah. That's a feeling that comes through with those cards. And just what I'm sensing too. It's like, feel that. Yeah. All right, Nancy. Well, thank you for your question. That was very cool to share with everyone. So if anyone else has a question before I go, you can post that. If not, I am going to wrap things up for the night. You're welcome, Nancy. Thank you. So have a great evening, everyone. Always fun to see everyone here. I will be getting those timestamps up in just a little bit for all the general reads. And as always, I'm here usually Friday and Sunday evenings, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday night is our general romance messages for all signs, and Sunday is our spirit animal messages for all signs. So yeah, we have a Mercury retrograde, guys, coming up this week. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. Hold on. But it's gonna be good. I have a feeling this is when it's gonna be very clearing, especially for a lot of relationships and relationship dynamics, for justice, for fairness, because it is a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Libra. So it is going to deal with our relationships and on anything that needs to be balanced and to be made fair. Thank you, Krista. Oh, thanks so much for being here tonight, hon. We've missed you. We've missed our little Capricorn. We love it when the goats come home to roost. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. I'll be seeing you soon. Yes, definitely. Definitely missed you. Aw. And I'll be seeing you all again soon. Take care. Have a great night.